Hey, welcome back to the channel. Quick rips. Today I'll be ripping some 2025 holiday blasters of Donruss football. I wasn't planning on ripping any blasters for Donruss this year, but I do enjoy the holiday ones. You do get some value. You get the holiday sweater, and you get one optic preview red and green. Usually the earlier runs of the product tend to be better hit rates. I don't have any proof on that other than last year and the year before. I would get this was ordered online, so I have 12 from Walmart. They're about $27.50 a piece plus tax. I would hit downtowns off the early runs, and then the cases I got shipped for me, sealed cases from like Dick's or whatever, no downtowns out of like 3 cases. So I don't know, but they're fun. I didn't want to skip them all together because they are fun. I like the holiday blasters better than the regular. At Walmart, they're the same price. At Target, I think the regular blasters is $25, but you don't get the guaranteed relic card or the previews. So I think it's worth it for the extra $2.50. So the goal is to obviously pull a downtown. This is my first blaster I've ripped of the product, so I'm not expecting to hit a downtown with just 12 blasters, but there's some cool inserts. So that was the first pack. These retros are pretty cool, so we'll see. The downtown checklist, in my opinion, is pretty weak this year. There's some good players on it. Mahomes and I don't know, I'm kind of drawing a blank, but Lamar, the rookie class isn't as strong, but there are some good ones, but it's always fun just to hit one. The big chase would be like Jackson Dart, I'd say. So, wow, there's a ton of base like always. And if you're going to pull one, I'd say Jackson Dart, Mahomes. This is going to be your highest value for sure. Looks like we have our sweater. They have dual sweaters. Those are pretty sweet. Harder to pull. That's the rookie sweater. Isaac Tesla. Another insert. And then, all right, so we'll sleeve up our sweaters. The Dart and Scatabo is probably the most valuable that I've seen. So it looks like we have a red and green. Put the rookies in the middle of the pack. And we got a Will Johnson. Remember in 2023, the downtowns were the second last card. So I think they're in the middle of the packs if you do get one, if you're lucky enough to hit one. Last pack, first blaster. It's a red. Maybe get one. If you get a red press proof in every box, I'm not sure. I'll show the box on the box here. If you're new to the channel, I appreciate you tuning in. I'm going to be ripping a bunch of mega boxes. That's the way to go with Donruss. Usually one downtown per sealed case of the megas. It's the way to go, and you get 6 optic previews. Guaranteed memorabilia card. You can pull autos. Number cards come out of there too. Much better way to go. Skipping the blasters is probably the smart thing to do. But if you're new to the channel, I appreciate you tuning in. Hit that like button. It really helps me out. Subscribe if you have not. And comments are always appreciated. I was going to read the box. What am I doing? Let's show you the box. So it looks like, let me focus in. You can get die cuts. You can get number cards to 50. Dual sweaters, blah, blah, blah. Your downtown's there. And so I don't know. It's pretty standard stuff. It's not the greatest product. It's better than the Absolute blasters by a long shot. I ripped 3 sealed cases of those before, and I did not hit a kaboom, so those are terrible. I got a Bomb Squad insert. They do have some cool inserts. The Retro is desirable, the Bomb Squad. The Galaxy insert, I've seen a bunch of those. Those are pretty desirable. But it's really kind of downtown or bust. I mean, there's so many base cards. 90 cards per box, which is crazy. Pat Bryant. Oh, Jalen Milroe on the sweater. And then insert a Purdy. Tons and tons of base cards. All right. The rookie sweaters are just a piece of cloth. They're not worn or anything by the player. Gray Zabel from the Seahawks, another rough one. In my opinion, there are too many optic previews. They got the hollows, Scatterboo, Will Howard. They got the red Pandoras. They just have a lot, in my opinion. Too many. Too many of the optic previews. It's a weird concept, but all right, maybe we'll pull an auto out of one of these two. Never had a lot of luck pulling autos out of these blasters. All right, so that box. These are pretty rough. This is kind of what I expected. You really got to hit on your optic preview or your sweater. Otherwise, you're not going to get much value unless you hit that retro card of Jackson Dart. The draft class is way worse than last year. So you would think wax would be cheaper, but it's really not. We got a Genty base rookie. And then Elick. His name's Elick. It should be Eric, I would think, but his name's Elick. All right, so we got Genty base card. All right. I do enjoy ripping these, though. They are fun, but hit rates are usually really bad. All right. Abdul Carter. I'm going to have to get rid of these base cards because they're out of control. Hopefully I top load a card from the video. Trevor Etienne, that's our best Pandora preview so far. It's not a good one. I don't understand why the Panthers drafted him. They got Rico Dowdle, who's leading the NFC in rushing, and they had this paid Chuba Hubbard, and they had Jonathan Brooks. It's a weird decision. You see your little insert here. All right, I'm going to move this over. That's crazy. All right. That was only like 3 boxes, and my base stack is out of control. Luckily, I found someone locally that who takes them. All right, that was a terrible box. So the first 3 boxes were horrible. So I'm always amazed when people say they just pulled one box from the store and they hit, because, man, it is hard. Milrow, Jeff Saturday. I'm just leaving up a couple of the rookies. I make lots of cards with the better players and sell them that way. I usually get like one base pack with nothing in it like that. You get one pack with the relic, one pack with the preview, and then your other 3 packs is you're hoping you hit a downtown in those other 3 packs is really what it comes down to. Cam Ward, that's not bad. That's cool. At least it's a triple color patch. I don't pull a ton of Cam Ward cards first pick in the draft. I think I've ever pulled a downtown of the... Oh, that's a good one. That's a real good one. Tyler Warren of the first pick of the draft. So that'd be cool to pull a Cam Ward. Tyler Warren, that's our best pull by far, I'd say. We're not going to sleeve up that. Mason Graham. Two kid reporters. And maybe one pack you always get your red press proof, so maybe you only have 2 packs where you have the insert. Could be your downtown, I'm not sure. Hopefully I pull one, I can figure it out. But you can get cases of these things online. Secondary market, there's not much of a markup on them. You can probably find them online still to buy cases. I would not do it. There's not a guaranteed case hit in a case of these blasters, I promise you. And if there is, the case hit is not a downtown guaranteed. Don't be fooled. That's a cool looking card. Jalen Lane. Probably not what you're looking for, though. Base pack. Cam Ward. Yep, there's your base pack. Feels like a sweater. Marion Hampton. And you get it one insert in your pack with your sweater, it looks like. Should be the preview, optic preview pack. Following it, maybe. Yep. Ibuka, that's good. Oh my gosh, what are the odds? This bum. Really hoping for I think these were $300 and tax, $329 or something with tax. So if you hit a Jackson Dart preview and some other stuff, you can probably, I don't know, recoup at least half your money with all your relics and stuff. T-Mac. The inserts look pretty cool with Donruss, I will say that. All right. There's our red. Riley Leonard and ETN. All right, that box was... All right, so this will be box number 6. Halfway through the rip. Nothing at all. I guess the best card was our Tyler Warren preview and then our Cam Ward sweater. There's a rumor that Panini is considering selling, so that would be cool if they sold to, I guess it'd be cool if they sold the Topps so you can keep the Panini brands living, because in my opinion, all the Topps brands are terrible for football. They're just uninspiring, and I really don't have much interest in them. The only problem is if they go to Topps Fanatics, it still creates a monopoly, and monopolies are not good for anyone except for Fanatics, so kind of sucks. But we'll see what happens. Travion Henderson, Jalen Royals, cool looking patch. Insert there, Luther Burden. All right. No Jackson Dart yet. Last year there was a much more, let's say the rookie class had a much bigger chase list than this year's for sure. Jordan Watkins, that's terrible. I do like the look of the cards. I've graded a bunch in the past, done pretty well grading the red and greens. The biggest thing you got to look for is the centering, of course. Usually the corners are sharp and the surface is good. Usually the centering is key on those. Jackson Hawes, he's awesome with the Bills. Super underrated because he's a blocking tight end, but he's good. Super good. All right. Box 6, last pack. Red press proof of Kyle McCord. Quarterback. Put him in this pile over here. All right. 50% of the way through. Not too impressed. It's kind of what I expected, but it is fun nonetheless. Fun rip. Just have to get lucky. What would I do here? This is a rookie. Oh, look at that. I never pull autos out of Donruss Blaster, so that's kind of exciting. Not that I've never heard of this guy, Jordan Morgan. He's not even a rookie, so I don't know. It's just cool to pull a hit out of a blaster, something different than what we've been pulling. Pretty sure that'll kill the chances of the box having another hit in it, but I don't know for sure. Ooh, we got one of the duels, Genty and Beck. That's pretty cool. I was hoping to get one of those. So, definitely one of our better boxes. Sweater is literally coming out of that card. Yeah, from my experience with this stuff, if you get an auto out of this, that's your hit. You don't have a chance of a downtown, but could be wrong. I pull this guy's cards so often. Love to get. Well, we got Tyler Warren. I guess he qualifies. It's a good preview. So there's 100 players on that checklist. So I'm only ripping 12. So it's not like I'm gonna be getting too many opportunities to get good players on them. 2 more packs in the 7th blaster. Let's see what we got. Red of Keith Brown, Scattaboo. It's a shame he got hurt. He's fun to watch. I'm not a Giants fan, but he's fun to watch. Not sure how long he's going to last in the league, but... All right. Sorry to smash the camera there. All right. Last pack, love this blaster. We hit our $2 auto of Jordan Morgan. Sure, some Packers fan will grill me in the comments. They usually do if I disrespect one of their players, but sorry. Haven't heard of your linemen. Alright. 8th blaster box. Can we get lucky? Can we use our one-time Golden? Speaking of Packers he's very overrated so far. Matthew Golden has not done anything. He's still young. All right. He's not as bad as Keon Coleman for the Bills. He's been a huge disappointment for Buffalo. Against the Chiefs, he had two targets, 2 catches. I think it was like 12 yards or something terrible. I don't know. Not impressed. Another Hampton sweater. Okay. I don't know the checklist for the sweaters. I just know there is a duel of Dart and Scat. That's your best one, value-wise. Oh my God, we're just getting repeats. We got 2 repeats already. We're like getting the practice uni, guys, over and over. Disappointing. Travis Hunter, he's out. Upside down. We're not going to spin him around, though. Travis Hunter, I think he's out he's on IR. I think he's out for at least 4 weeks. He's on IR. All right, last pack. We got 4 blasters left. Let's see, we got a red. Jalen Ramsey, Loveland. And the cards are upside down. All right, let's get into the 9th blaster. Yeah, Walmart will let you order 12 at a time. You can't order 20 or full case or anything like that. I think Walmart is the only one that sells the holiday blasters. So ooh, there we go. I think that's like a $4 card. Shedeur Sanders. And I'm not in it for the money when I mention the prices. It's just you rip and then you sell the stuff you don't collect and then you buy more. I'm a collector, not in the sports card business like some other people that are out there trying to pump certain things and promote their whatnot streams and promote their, I don't know what they're trying to promote. I'll promote all kinds of stuff. They're trying to promote their website, their whatnot, their breaks. I don't know. Jaden Blue. I was fortunate enough to get into a different real estate business a long time ago. And I'm doing this as a hobby, more for fun than trying to, what it looks like, rip people off in their streams on whatnot and their breaks. So but it's cool that some of the cards actually do have value from years ago. A lot of the cards they didn't have much value at all. So, but they're also a lot cheaper back then too. So you didn't have to worry about trying to sell them to recoup some of your money to buy more because cards were 50 cents a pack, not, $40 for a blaster and $70 for a mega box in some cases. There we go. That's our first Dart card. Gridiron Kings. All right. I'm not sure he's that good or not. It's just too early to say. But from the draft class, he's the standout player. Jackson Hawes. I'll just keep that one for myself. But Jackson Dart's the standout player right now, at least in sports cards. So when I mention he's the kind of the chase card, it doesn't mean I think he's great. I just it's got the most value right now. All right, 3 more boxes. And get the ever elusive Downtown. Usually it's like 1 out of 90 boxes, so I don't think I'll get one. So we'll see. Got something weird there. It's just probably an insert for the Vikings. Yeah. Looks cool. Ty Felton. Very cool looking insert, I think. Tyler Shuck. Base card. So we got 1 autograph. No numbered cards. Couple retros. Striking out kind of on the optic previews for sure. Jalen Noel. Definitely a crappy one. Red and green. Jalen Milroe. That's not bad. Not too bad. Definitely the best one we've hit. That and Warren. Haven't seen a lot of bomb squads. Second one. I guess what we're missing out of this, you'll see the white hot rookies and the red hot rookies. Those are in the regular blasters only, not the holiday ones. So, not that those things are any greater, but that's an insert you're not seeing. Pretty which one has the white hot and versus the red hot. One's Target exclusive, one's Walmart exclusive. So, that's the only insert I can... We have not hit any. We got Mad Max for the Bills. The Galaxy inserts that I thought they were pretty common, but haven't hit one yet. Maybe they're more common in the regular blasters than the holidays. We only have 2 left. Hopefully pull out a miracle here and get it downtown. That'd make my day. All right. There we go. T-Mac on the retro. Nothing crazy, but I might put a set of these together. They're very, if you grade them and they 10, I'm sure they go for big bucks in the start. They did last year. And, you know, obviously they crashed down, but it's just a cool design. So it's kind of one of the more desired inserts that exist. And you'll see them in mega boxes too. It's not just a blaster card. All right. We got a dual. That's cool. I like these. Different patch. That's cool. If you're a Seattle fan, that's probably a cool card. You get the blue and the green. As a Bills fan, since I've been collecting, you know, we've had Josh Allen the whole time, so not a lot of movement at quarterback, which is nice, but not a lot of rookie chase cards for the Bills since they've drafted so poorly. We got Tez Johnson. He's pretty good. He's actually really good. Ooh, we got Dylan Gabriel. All right. Couple quarterbacks. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Right, 2 more packs, and we got 1 last box. So fingers crossed. So we got a bomb squad, maybe. Herbert. Alright, last pack. Doesn't look like it's going to happen today or ever. I don't know if I want to buy more blasters. I hope I do not. Hope I have the willpower to not buy any more because the hit rates suck on blaster boxes. Alright, last box. Alright, we'll pull it downtown one time. Probably not. Jaden Blue. Kamara. I guess they give you the 2 kid reporters in 1 pack in every box. Wonder if that auto is considered like the case hit for my lot of cards. I just don't know. Like I said, don't let anyone fool you. There's no guaranteed downtown in a case of... Ooh, Scatterboo, that's a good one. Blaster, so no guaranteed downtown in a case of blasters. I've been fed that lie before. Not the truth. Right. We had some pretty good cards, though. I'd say that I was hoping to hit an optic of Dart and then a downtown. That was like the very high hopes, but there's a Graham Mertz. When we hit a QB, I don't know why the Texans are drafting a QB. I mean, with Graham Mertz here, but they did. Dylan Gabriel. All right, Haas. That's a Bills card. I'll put that away myself. All right, 2 more packs. Probably a base pack and 1 insert. So that's the last chance we have at our downtown. That's probably our insert pack. So I think that we might have a base pack. I'm not sure. One time. Come on, last pack. Give me a downtown. Now it's our red. Okay. Yep. 12 boxes. Total crap, but not surprised. That's kind of what I expected, so not upset about it. Just reiterates my feelings on these. It's not worth it at all. I'll do a quick recap. There's not much to recap, in all honesty. It's pretty weak. We hit the 1 auto of Jordan Morgan, so it's cool to pull an auto out of a blaster box. We got our sweaters, which we were guaranteed. Did pretty okay. Jalen Noel, Jane Blue, Hampton, Genty and back, Scat, Milrow and Royals, Hampton again, Cam Ward, Dual Carter, Milrow, and Tesla. So, whatever. Those are fine. And then we got 12 of these. Mertz, Gabriel, Milrow, Marks, Watkins, Dyke, Watkins, Zabel, Warren, Etienne, Zabel, and Johnson. We had 2 good ones. 3 good ones, I'd say. And then we had 1 Jackson Dart card. And then I just sleeved up, some other rookies that I'll probably just put a lot together for. But then we got 3 retros out of 12 boxes. It's just a cool answer. But overall, you're just chasing the downtown. If you don't hit it, you're going to lose. My experience, I've ripped more of these than I can count. 1 out of 90 boxes is your downtown. So you're going to spend, $2,700 to pull a downtown worth, average $500 probably on average. So not worth it. It is fun if you're just budgeting on it. Wait for the mega boxes. They're $50 to $55 a piece. My experience is guaranteed downtown in every case. Unless you get a glitch case. I ripped a ton of cases last year. Every case had a downtown except for 1. So that's just my advice. And I hope you enjoyed the video and stay tuned for more.